You're all invited to the Slumber Party Massacre Luncheon.
We'll tear your soul apart.
Drink some of this, Michael. Be one of us.
Death has come to your little town, Sheriff. You can either ignore it or you can help me to stop it.
Hello, and welcome back. You're listening to another episode of the Slumber Party Massacre Luncheon. I'm one of the hosts of the show. My name's Rob.
I'm the other host, Gary.
And our third host is me.
Did you say Mew? Like the Pokemon?
Is mute. He's gonna clap so you know he's here.
Sorry, I went super nerd there and I thought you went Mew, and I was like, oh, damn,
Shit.
we got a Pokemon.
Is that a psychic type? Bull.
Yeah, man, you got to catch them all. Except for gonorrhea, don't catch that one.
Well, of the ones to catch.
So fun segue. Yeah. All right. We are incredibly excited. If you are a listener of this podcast and you have listened to at least, I don't know, 2 episodes, one, you have almost definitely heard us talk about our subject matter today. Today, we're going to be talking about Carpenter. And I don't mean the whimsical American vocal instrumental duo, the man, the myth, the legend, John Carpenter. Again, I can't begin to tell you how many countless lists The Thing has made.
Right.
And we can almost certainly say it'll be at least in the top 5 today.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, one of the things prior to joining the podcast today, I was talking to Shug, and I one of the things I said was I went down, there were a couple movies I wanted to go back and rewatch. There were a couple movies I wanted to first time watch. Yeah. And I went down a list, and there's a bunch of his works that I love, and forgot that they are Carpenter.
That's the thing about Carpenter, right? Is he's almost got 2 distinctive styles.
That's what thank you. Yeah. Because I think that when you think about Kurt Russell, basically, when you think about Big Trouble in Little China, Escape from New York and LA, when you think about, there was one other one that was really similar to that, but I'm drawing a blank. I was going to say also They Live.
Yeah.
Because it's got kind of a similar vibe. But
it falls into his, more action-y stuff.
Right. But when you think about, that, and then you compare that with, The Thing is nothing tonally like those. Those are, I would, without a doubt, I would call Big Trouble in Little China has horror elements. And I'm going to be real with you. My list today will be Carpenter. It may not all be horror. It's going to be Carpenter because some of his hits, I fucking refuse to leave them off the list.
I'm with you.
But, I don't know that I would necessarily call, like, Escape from New York horror. I mean, there are definitely elements, but more of an action. But, yeah, he has 2 almost distinct tones, which I love.
It's what I love about it is his action is like, I'm going to give you everything I can fucking give you, right?
Yep.
Like, I'm going to give you monsters, and I'm gonna give you action, and I'm gonna give you fucking like setting and narrative out the wazoo. And then with his horror, he strips all of that back almost and makes these really long, kind of drawn out sort of horror films later in his career. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really weird. He shifts between those 2 dynamics. That dichotomy is crazy.
I'm going to say something that you're either going to agree with or you're going to controversial rebuke.
Okay.
I think that he was pre-Tarantino. I think that when you think about the grindhouseness of some of his earlier works and the epicness of some of his later works, I think Tarantino has a similar, like, you can't put fucking Pulp Fiction and Jackie Brown and Warehouse Dogs in the same category as an Inglourious Basterds, Hateful Eight. He has almost two tonally different ways that he does it. And I think that, interestingly, he had sort of a bridge in the middle, which in my opinion was Kill Bill. I think that's kind of his bridge that got him from one to the other, because I don't really see him ever going back. Like, you don't see, now that he's got the big budgets, you don't see him go back to the kind of small projects. But
no, he's making fucking Once Upon a Time in Hollywoods and shit, dude.
Oh man, that dude can afford OnlyFans for feet these days.
Oh yeah, brother.
Yeah, he's making plenty of money for feet pics. So, do you feel that there is any film of Carpenter's that goes between, or do you think that it's pretty tonally?
Let me look at real quick. If I had to pinpoint it, let me look at a list.
The first one that maybe comes to mind is maybe.
But that's the thing. So Dark Star, I've never seen.
Mm-hmm.
And
really?
Yeah, I've never seen Dark Star. And Assault on Precinct 13 is kind of like in his wheelhouse of Escape from New York and his action films, and it was his second film out of the gate. So, like, he maybe has always just had that juxtaposition. I'm trying to look. Big Trouble. Maybe they live.
Yeah, that's the one that I was thinking either They Live or Prince of Darkness is mostly the horror side of it, but
For sure.
Maybe Christine? Nah, anyway, yeah. What is it about him that you like? What is it about his style?
Oh, man. For me,
Is there, of those tones, which one do you prefer?
dude, I like both of his styles, honestly.
Okay.
That's okay. So the other thing about Carpenter is, like, the man is a legend, okay?
Yeah.
He has made some absolute trash.
Yeah.
So, like, excluding that kind of stuff, like, I really like both of his tones. Like, Big Trouble in Little China is one of my favorite movies since I was a kid. But I also love Prince of Darkness and Mouth of Madness and his slower stuff. I think, though, what makes it special and uniquely Carpenter are his soundtracks and the way he's able to set a mood with music.
Okay.
Because, he does the soundtracks for most of his films.
Yeah.
And I think he just really, with his synths, he just really knows how to create an atmosphere and set a tone in a scene. And I think that just helps tie everything all together. Like, everything feels like it's got this through line, right?
Yeah.
I also really love that Carpenter, like, his action films are, like, ludicrous. Like, they are full bore. Like, even because it's pretty easy to fall into, like, a formulaic kind of thing with action films.
Yeah.
But he still finds a way to make it Carpenter and to make it unique.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely certain. Yeah.
Like, when you're watching one of his films.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's in the same way that, like, I would more compare his, honestly, aside from, like, leaning into stuff driven towards a younger age group, like, maybe like a Tim Burton.
No, I 100% see where you're going with that. I totally see it.
No, it's Tim Burton, but then there's also Tim Burton films that I forget are Tim Burton films.
Yeah, I actually had that conversation with Laura the other day. We watched it was on TV. It was the Alice in Wonderland
Yeah.
live action. And I was like, at the end of credits, it was like, oh, Tim Burton film. And I was like, now how the fuck didn't I know that? Like, it had Johnny Depp. It had Helena Bonham Carter. It had big-eyed white girls in it. How did I not know that it was Tim Burton?
Exactly.
But I didn't. And then I think another one is the Miss Peregrines. Like, it's gothy as hell, but like,
yeah,
I don't think I knew it. Yeah.
I always forget about Big Fish.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, I forget about Big Fish.
It's crazy, dude. But so like Carpenter, I would kind of put him more in that range. Like he's put out so much that like there's gonna be some flops. But his work that's amazing is absolutely amazing.
I remember one time, I think I want to say it was after a graduation, and I can't remember if it was my high school or my college graduation, but it was a graduation. It had to have been college because we were all over the place. So Haley was gone. Haley was in and out. I was in and out. Yeah. My family came in. So my grandparents were in the living room, and I remember my mom was just, busy getting everything ready for a party or whatever. And my dad and his dad were in there watching television, and I walked in, and Dad goes, I said, "What the fuck are y'all watching?" And Dad goes, "You never seen John Carpenter's Vampires before?" And I go, "No." And he goes, "Take a seat." And it was a marathon, or I'm gonna call it a marathon. It was a back-to-back of that one and the John Carpenter's Vampires Los Muertos.
Yes, dude.
Which I'm going to say that one's a stinker. I mean, the Bon Jovi vampire movie is something.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Dude, there's not a lot redeemable about John Carpenter's Vampires either, though.
No, I don't think James Wood's a great actor.
Dude, he's kind of an insufferable fucking asshole in that movie.
Oh, I thought you were going to say in real life.
Oh, well.
Yeah. I mean, it's my understanding he is kind of an asshole in real life.
Life imitates art, right?
Yeah. He is an insufferable asshole in that. But yes, nonetheless, there was something cool about like my dad having this kind of horror experience like we've talked about in the past with with your dad, with Neil, and saying, "Come over here, watch this." Yeah. That was one of my moments where Dad's like, "Never seen John Carpenter's Vampires?" Yeah, come here. And my narcoleptic grandfather never saw a cut of it. Like, he was dead asleep. But my dad's like, "Come here, take a seat." Great time. And, is it a good movie? Are either good movies? No, neither of them are. But it was a good core memory for me.
The first one is fun, at least.
There was something so awful about Los Muertos that I think I enjoyed it more because of how bad it was.
Yes.
Like, it's like watching the Joel Schumacher Batman.
Yeah.
It's so bad and colorful, and like you almost just have to accept it for being a piece of shit and keep going. Like Howard the Duck,
Oh, yeah.
Like, you just have to kind of accept it for what it is, and that's what that was for me.
100%.
I'm actually shocked that it doesn't have a bigger cult following.
Honestly, dude, especially with Bon Jovi.
Right. Oh, that's the other thing. My mom loves Bon Jovi. Like, my mom is very quiet and soft-spoken and, like, very funny, but, like, just quiet and soft-spoken. And, like, I giggled one time because it's totally out of pocket for her, but she was like, it may have been fucking that time when I was watching it. She may have walked in and said, "Bon Jovi, the one guy I'd leave your dad for." So, like, yeah, I mean, dude, it's Bon Jovi,
It might be making a Midnight Mass soon.
Oh, dude, that'd be a great one.
It's primo.
Yeah, and you've got your walk-in music. You know, you've got your get your ass in the seat music with Bon Jovi.
Oh yeah, dude. It's my life.
A little slippery when wet. Yeah, that is that album, right? I think.
I'll never
Anyway,
forget, dude, I was in 5th grade. And I got in trouble from the teacher because she said something about like Bon Jovi being her favorite band when she was in high school and stuff like that. And I was just a little dumbass kid in the back of the class. And I thought I was going to like impress her with my music knowledge.
oh no.
And I just went, slippery when wet. And had no idea why I was in trouble. And then my dad had to explain to me
That's awesome.
why that's inappropriate. I was like, that's the name of an album. Like,
That's the name of an album.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. I had a similar thing like that where after 2nd grade, I got in trouble for I had a picture. We had to draw pictures and they were putting in the hallway. Mine didn't get up put in the hallway because I had just watched Eddie Murphy's Dr. Dolittle, and the Chris Rock guinea pig sings "Do a Little Dance, Make a Little Love, Get Down Tonight," and I wrote it. I wrote "Do a Little Dance, Make a Little Love, Get Down Tonight," and they did not put mine on the hallway, and I was fucking mad about that. And so I went home, and my parents showed up, and they were like, "Where's Hunter's art?" And they're like, "It's in here." Yep.
We need to show you Hunter's art.
Yeah, it's like Ted Lasso, where are Phoebe's? Yeah, she does realistic charcoals of naked women. No.
Dude,
Yeah.
one time in 2nd grade, I had a moment where I completely, like, blanked out doing spelling words.
Yeah.
And straight, cause my mom, it must have been like a Freudian, my subconscious coming through, because instead of writing the word shirt 5 times, I straight up wrote shit 5 times straight up. And my mom showed it to me, and I was for real like, I have no idea. Like, I do not remember doing that.
I love that. Yeah.
And they had no idea I had ADHD.
Yeah. I had that conversation with my mom like a couple weeks ago where I was like, and you never thought at no point were you like, oh, he likes to stand while he does his busy work. Like,
yeah.
He can't sit still. Yeah.
Why does he have a skateboard under his feet watching the TV this close?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So back to Carpenter. Incredible segues.
That's the thing about Carpenter, though, is he is tied to a lot of core memories.
He is. He absolutely is. Yeah. So I'm a little late to Carpenter. Some of it I have. I
was going to ask, do you remember like the first sleepover where you watched Halloween?
Oh, I've never seen Halloween.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I don't it's not I don't want to.
Yeah.
It's a slasher, and I will. I'm obviously going to. All the parties I went to were Jason and Freddy.
Okay.
And, I think part of that had to do with the time that I kind of came of age, which, I mean, you're a year older than me. It's not different, but
for sure.
When I was doing sleepovers, I think that that was coming up real close to that Jason versus Freddy era.
Yeah, dude.
And so there was a resurgence of that, and I just don't know that I ever came back to it.
And Friday the 13th, 9 and 10 had just come out around that time too.
Right. So I never did see Halloween. I have not seen a single Halloween movie, not one of them. It is wild.
Caught like the 3rd one or 4th one on TNN or something.
No, man, that's the wild thing. Is even on USA, I have not seen one of them.
That's wild.
I know Jamie Lee Curtis. You see her titties in one.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's got to be the 2nd one.
Couldn't tell you. Don't know.
I like the 2nd one a lot. Some people don't care for it.
I think that I think an interesting episode would be if we just watched them all and did a ranking of them. Because I'd love to get on it. I mean, I know there's some shit ones in there. I know Brad's got a soft spot for the zombie one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'd be way down. Again, I have no qualms against it, but yeah.
That would be
now, what I can tell you is the first one I ever saw.
Okay.
The first movie I ever saw of Carpenter's was probably out of order. I think Escape from L.A.
That makes sense too, though, because it came out in what, like 96?
7? Yeah.
7, okay.
Yeah. That was when it had come out, like when it was in the like TNT or on TV type of days, Dad or Dad, I guess, rented it. But it would have been kind of around that, like I was maybe 9 or 10 by the time I actually saw it. And I remember watching that one. I mean, I had no clue. Like, of those two, which one's better? Obviously, New York. New York's fucking fantastic. I love Escape from New York.
Yeah. It's
LA.
awesome.
LA was one of those where at the time I remember watching it and being like, oh, that's cool as shit. And then Dad being like, oh, there's a better one.
Yeah. Dude, I remember my parents, when it came out, like they went on a date night to go see it.
Oh, yeah?
I remember my dad being crunk about Escape from LA.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a good, don't get me wrong, it's super fun.
Right. Yeah. I think that, you know, he did that sort of dystopian thing well.
Yes, absolutely.
Grungy, grindhouse dystopian.
Yeah, dude. And when you think about Escape from New York, really set the tone for so many films after it.
100%. Could not agree more. It really did. I don't think we'll ever know the impact that movie truly had on that genre.
Yeah.
Because you can't go 1 year without some teen awakening dystopian movie or book series nowadays.
Yeah.
But the 80s and the 80s, 70s and 80s, because that movie was what, 80, the first one was it was in the 80s. 81.
Holy
81. So in that, you know, that was something different then. You know,
Yeah.
like it's not that dystopian wasn't there; it was there, but
Yeah.
I think it tonally shifted and set things differently than they were at the time.
Oh yeah, I mean, think about how many knockoff Snake Plissken characters came after.
Yeah,
Like, it set a new trope for action.
yes, absolutely.
And went on to inspire even video games. Like Hideo Kojima notes it as one of his huge inspirations.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. I'm looking at it now. Yeah, the Solid Snake. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm trying to think. Well, another thing about Carpenter. Have you ever listened to just his music?
Do you mean like a soundtrack, or do you mean like does he actually have music?
Yeah. He's got straight up albums that he's put out before.
I have not. I did not know.
A lot of it is super fun.
Okay.
It's synthy. I mean, it's all synth. That's
Yeah.
what he does.
That's what he does.
It's some very cool stuff. He gets real weird. That dude smokes a lot of dope.
Is Halloween the synthy? No. So fun story we're both a part of. Used to during a particular fraternity initiation activity that takes place in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
I was the asshole every year who would stand in the darkest fucking spot and play the Halloween theme song.
Yes, I do remember that vividly.
Every time the pledge would take off, and then you'd get someone like Lewis who would just scream, "God damn it, Petra, stop!"
Stop.
This is serious. This is serious. And I was like, yeah, it is.
Yeah, for sure. But this is funny.
Yeah, it is serious. Murder is serious.
So you're gonna know exactly how serious it is when Michael Myers shows up.
Yeah. So why did I bring this machete then? Yeah.
I already got my coveralls.
Got a fucking Shatner mask? What do you want from me?
Come on, man. Start running.
Yeah. So, that is the song. I love that song. I mean, just on its own, it's fucking catchy.
Oh, it's great.
So I'll check it out. Absolutely, I will.
Go ahead.
No.
Well, I was. Do we have any tomes we want to hit real quick before we do a top 5? Are you reading anything good? I'm kind of all except for like horny book club stuff.
Yeah, horror-wise, I have taken a slim break from that. There were a couple suggestions that Brad has suggested that I've got on my list here pretty quick, but I did switch out of horror for just a minute because I do that. I'll go out of horror in like my books for a little bit and then come back in.
Yeah,
I am reading a guy named Peter Clines, who is not a horror, but he has some sci-fi books that are horror, like have horror in it for sure.
Okay.
Like some very tense moments. Like one of them is a whole series about like ripples in space-time and kind of like alternate realities and fucking with that. And like, there's a scene where a dude goes through the door. It's like a portal. And they think that you go through and you come back out the other side, but what's actually happening is another version is coming, and it's so imperceivably different that nobody's catching it until one day a like grotesque mutant version comes out. And that one I think that's called The Fold, but he just has a new one that came out that's called God's Junk Drawer. And I'm in the middle of reading it right now, and it is incredible. So it's a similar spacey time travel type thing where it starts off with this kid who goes missing with his family on a hike, and he's found a year later, and he tells the authorities about like a dinosaur ate his dad, and there were dinosaurs and there was this and that, and they kind of play it off as like a trauma response, like Life of Pi, like, oh, that didn't actually happen, but like, we get it, you're a child. Dude ends up changing his name, becoming a quantum physics professor. It is a wormhole that the Earth comes in and out of once a year, and it's just like a particular spot that like it comes in and it sends you to God's Junk Drawer, which is like a valley lost in time. And there is a lot of horrific shit in this. It's got some Jurassic Park where people are getting eaten by dinosaurs.
That's awesome.
It's really good. It is not.
So
it's not
just filled with whatever happened to be standing.
Yes, and it's not location specific. So, spoiler, because I'm not far into it, so it's not big of a spoiler. This guy shows up and he's like, I'm the original here. I've been here. My name is whatever. And they're like, dude, that guy died 400 years ago. And he's like, I'm him. I'm him. And he's like, I left. What is this place? When I left, this was not here. What is this settlement? And they were like, this is Roanoke. Yeah. Yeah. And there are like areas where like there was a Russian space program that was like headed to the moon, and it got hit in the wormhole and it just disappeared, and they lost contact with it forever, and they're there. It's just God's junk drawer. Everything that gets caught in this wormhole ends up in this junk drawer.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool, dude. And again, I think what I like about Peter Clines as an author is that he's serious. He's not my usual comedy-laden stuff, and he's got humor in his books for sure. Yeah. But he takes it in a more serious thriller route, and this is that. Like, there's not a whole lot of laughs, but he's great on character development, and I think he's done a really good job. I think this one is particularly serious and sort of got horrific moments in it that I think you'd really dig. Again, I'm just about maybe I don't know, 20 to 25% through, and I already love this book. But I think if you want a good taste of Peter Klein, one that you could probably get at the library or audiobooks is, hold on, it's Apartment. I think it's called 14. Yeah, okay. It's called 14. 14, The Fold, Dead Moon, and Terminus are all one series, and you can actually read them out of order, I think, with the exception of Terminus. You can read 14, The Fold, and Dead Moon all out of context. Now, all that to say this could be a spinoff of that. This could be, because all of them are kind of like, you don't realize that you're reading a book in that series until you get to the end and you're reading a book in that series. So this could be one of those. I don't know. Awesome. But they're all so different in the way that they approach the same problem that you don't actually know that you're in it. But I think 14 you're going to love. I think The Fold is more sci-fi related. Okay. The 14 is more thriller related, and I've not read Dead Moon yet. I'm thinking Dead Moon's more horror. And I know for a fact it's like grotesque and like they're actually another selling point for you. The monster type things that are in this, yes, the antagonists, if you will, in this broken world, very Lovecraftian. Very Lovecraftian.
Nice. Okay, cool. I'm on board.
Lots of tentacles.
I'm on board with this. Peter Klein's.
Yeah, lots of. Oh, you know what? I'm sitting here fumbling the bag. I think he does cosmic horror.
Got you. Okay.
And some of it's more light horror, but it's cosmic. It's all cosmic.
It's all cosmic. Right on. This sounds fucking great. I don't know how I've never heard of this dude.
Yeah, big time.
Awesome.
What about you?
I just finished Southern Gods. It was good.
Oh yeah, got that on my list.
It was good.
I got that high on my list.
It was really good. And it'll make you feel like right at home. Like,
I love that.
It is, I think I told Brad, it is a terrifying, gripping, grotesque, beautiful trip home.
So, like Elden Ring set in the South?
Yes. Yeah.
I fucking love that. There's something about the kind of old gods type thing of like Appalachia.
Yeah.
Of that kind of stuff that like I am fascinated with that.
It's very dope. And then I started, actually, I'm drawing a blank on his name, the Dungeon Crawler Carl guy.
Matt Dinneman.
I started his standalone book, the not trampoline. I'm not deep into it.
Is it the new one? Are you talking about Operation Bounce House?
Yes.
How's that?
It is funny. It's very funny.
I mean, that's his writing style.
Yeah, it's very funny. I like this, though, because it's not that Dungeon Crawler Carl isn't an original story, because it is a very original story.
It's incredibly original, yeah.
But it's not. But you reading the first.
There's a difference between an original story and an original thought.
Yes, yeah. Like, so it's an original story, but it's like the first book, I found myself like, if you play video games or role playing games at all, it gets a little bit formulaic. You know what I mean? But it's meant to be.
It's not a little. It is a very popular twist on a very popular established genre. Lit RPGs play by that formula. That is in no way, shape, or form is that formula new. If you He Who Fights with Monsters, that one.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I read the fishing one.
The fishing one. I love that one. That's a good one. That's a cozy one.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Heretic's Guide to Fishing. Mm-hmm. It does have some creepy because of the gods there, yeah. But yeah, no, it's very formulaic in that it's video game driven. Not the Hero's another one that I really like, but it's very video game. Like you're playing something from Bethesda.
Yeah.
So this other one is an original, not lit RPG. It is a novel.
Yeah.
Dig it.
And it is so funny, and the characters are immediately like captivating and different, and it's very good. It's very good.
I am excited. I've actually bought it. It's in my Audible library. I just haven't read it yet or listened to it yet. But I'm excited because I know you and I are in a group chat in a D&D group with a bunch of nerds who absolutely love Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I am one of them. I like it. But I am not one that is going to listen or read all available books in one sitting. It is something that to me is right place and time. I've got to listen to it when I'm in the mood, because it can be grating at times if I'm not in the right place. So I am interested to see what he is like in a non DCC setting.
It's dope. It's dope, dude.
I'm pumped.
And then I wanted to try to get back into some comic talk. I found a really cool one called Juice.
Okay.
That is a wrestling comic.
Okay.
Pretty fun, dude. It's about this family of wrestlers, and in the first issue, the setup is it's a family of wrestlers at like a local kind of promotion. It's a brother team duo.
I'm Googling this. I love this.
Yeah, brother team duo that are tag team.
Yeah.
They have a match one night and something goes really, really bad, and it's the story of what happens after that, and it is good, dude. And the art is just spectacular.
I'm in. Say less. I am way in. I love this art.
Yeah, it's really, really well done. And they even do some like choices with the panels that I've never really seen before, and it's cool. Not to say that nobody's done it before, because I haven't read every comic, but it's something I hadn't seen before.
Yeah, I like this. Okay, cool.
And while not horror, is horrific at times.
Okay, I love that. I'm in.
Yeah.
So I would be remiss if I didn't say that John Carpenter has his own line of comics.
Oh.
He has Storm King Comics, Dark and Twisted.
I had no idea.
Night Terrors, which is actually one I have read one issue of, and I liked it. The Tales of Science Fiction. Storm Kids, which is a YA line, which we love for our little ookie spookies. Tales for Halloween, Asylum.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude. I'm going to have to check this out.
I think you're going to like Night Terrors.
Yeah, Night Terrors looks dope.
Yeah, I think you're going to like Night Terrors.
Let's see. What else do we got? Night Terrors. There was something else that looked really cool. Red Riding. Rise of the Alpha Huntress.
That's him?
I think so. Or
I did not
of it.
I did not know that.
That's neat. This is sick. I'm gonna dive into these. Which one did you say you liked?
Night Terrors.
Night Terrors.
That's one I have read one of. And then Dark and Twisted, which is under the Storm King line. Okay. I have not read Dark and Twisted, although I believe I've heard one that you and I have probably both heard of. No, that's not from him.
Okay.
That may just be his line.
Okay. He did Asylum. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah. It may be, I don't know why. I'll have to take a look at the Storm King one, but Night Terrors is called John Carpenter's Night Terrors, John Carpenter's Storm Kids, John Carpenter's Tales of Science Fiction. So if it's got his name on it, I imagine it's him.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, and with an art style that I 100% would associate with him.
this looks crazy, dude.
Ooh, I'm looking at the science fiction one, and that looks right up my alley.
I'm going to have to try to find some of these. I'm going to see if they got them at the local shop.
I'm sure they'll be able to order it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Very cool. Awesome.
Yeah. You want to hit some top fives?
Let's hit it.
All right. You kick it off.
Okay. With my number 5, I am going to do, for sentimental value, I'm going to go with Vampires Los Muertos, simply because of the nostalgia.
Nice, dude.
John Bon Jovi, you know, as a like, it's just not it's not a great movie, but I just remember the sort of like, it had this sort of like oily, greasy tinge to it that like, it felt like it was going for Grindhouse, but didn't quite hit the mark. But I there's something about it, and maybe it's Bon Jovi because I love Bon Jovi. But I did enjoy that movie, and so now it's been fucking 20 years, but I did enjoy that movie, or 10 years.
I'm trying to remember who else is in that. Doesn't Danny Trejo show up?
I think you're right, but let me check.
Okay.
Bon Jovi, I'm trying to see. No huge names in it, to be brutally honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah, not much in any.
Well, I'll have to revisit it just for the silly factor.
I'm on IMDb, and the 2 featured reviews are one titled "You Ain't Lived Till You Got Head from a Hot Vampire," and the other one is called "80s Rockstar Battles the Undead."
Nice.
Yeah, just Bon Jovi is a vampire hunter, you know, like, you know, not a great actor, but him and a crew of, I think, like 4 adults with a young Diego Luna, again, totally forgot that he was in it as the young kid, and just going out there fucking murdering vampires with, again, a killer soundtrack. So that's my number 5. What about you?
Give me 1 second. Sorry, my dad texted me. My number 5 is Prince of Darkness.
Yep, it's a great one.
Yep. I've talked about it before. A group of scientists and a priest study a mysterious cylinder in a church that may contain the physical embodiment of evil. That's right, the devil is green goop.
Yeah.
Antimatter.
Yeah, it is an interesting sci-fi horror.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's interesting for sure. Yeah. It's got the occult. It's got
theology.
It does. Yeah, frankly, it's my number 4. So I'll just cut it. I mean, yeah, it's my number 4. Yeah, and I hate saying this out loud before we get to your 4, but there's a marked jump between my 5 and 4 spot and then my 3, 2, 1. There's a big jump in quality and favorability. But yes.
But hey, man, that's Carpenter for you.
That's Carpenter for you. So for everybody listening, you're not going to get fucking Halloween in my top 5. I've not seen it. So
fuck off.
So fuck you. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't necessarily care for slashers, so good luck, fuckwads.
Oh, fuck yeah. I forgot that. Yeah. Okay.
So my number 4 then. Oh, no. My number 4, I want Escape from New York.
Okay.
Manhattan is a prison, and Snake Plissken is sent to rescue the president. It is zany and fun and weird and over-the-top action and explosions where it doesn't need to be explosions. And I mean, like we said earlier, it set a tone for action movies for the next 20 years.
I don't think I'm going to do this the whole episode, but that's my number 3.
Nice.
Yeah, I like it. I think that there's just something about it and how like everything you just described, I think it's kind of the quintessential action flick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It went for something different when you had the 80s and 90s with Schwarzenegger and the kind of like last, the Last Action Hero. I feel like a lot of action in that 80s, 90s was the same.
Yes.
It had a lot of similarity, and this was something that was original. It was that dystopian, zany, grindhousey, like leather, and it was fucking his name was Snake Plissken.
It wasn't another movie with Clint Eastwood killing fucking climate activists,
minorities. Right, my bad.
Those two.
Yeah, my bad. Okay, love it. Yeah, great pick. So, hate, again, pacing-wise, terrible for the podcast. What is your 3?
Let's see. Numero 3. My number 3 is Halloween.
Okay, great. Love it. I'm sure you don't have to pitch this to the people, but why is it in your 3 spot?
I put it, it's not in my number 1 spot because it's just, I don't think it's him necessarily like firing on all cylinders yet, but it is the movie that put him officially on the map, and there's a reason this movie gets played every Halloween, like it's not only because of the title, I guess that could be most of it, but also like I feel like even if that wasn't the title, like this is the slasher film, I feel like.
For sure. And again, I've not seen this movie. I've not seen any Halloweens.
Yeah.
I do know about the franchise. You're not going to catch me off guard. I do know about it. And I think there's something about it that is different and cooler.
Yes.
And I think that it stands out when you line it up with I think you and I both prefer Texas Chainsaw Massacre above, but when you compare it and you compare Jason and Freddy, I think that it is more grounded as a franchise.
Yeah, 100%.
And to me, that's scarier. Like, Freddy Krueger is undoubtedly scary, but it's not real, right?
Right, exactly.
And then we've talked about it, but with Jason, with Friday the 13th, they're like they jumped the shark in space, Yeah.
And with Michael Myers, it's like for all intents and purposes in the first film, until the end of the film, you are just under the assumption he's a man who has escaped from a mental institution and that there are nothing supernatural about him. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
It isn't until like maybe I don't think that, somebody's going to jump down my throat. I don't think the second one really gets into it. Like, of course, how did he die or how did he survive at the end of the first one? But like, I don't think it dips into like supernatural shit until the third one.
Which is a pretty standard horror franchise. At some point, they're gonna jump the shark and get into the occult shit and like,
yes.
Or sci-fi. They're like, it's gonna happen. If you live long enough, you'll see yourself become the villain of the villain.
Yeah, dude. 100%. So that's my number 3, Halloween.
Okay, cool. My number 2 is gonna be Big Trouble in Little China.
Nice.
I actually did not see that movie until, let's see, I think it was like 2013. No, 14 maybe. I was married, and I was listening to a podcast. And again, I had seen other Carpenter films. I had seen, Escape from New York and L.A., but I had not seen that one. And I was listening to a podcast that was talking about they were going to do a remake. I don't know if you know this, but they were going to remake it with The Rock.
Oh.
Thank you. I will say this. 9 times out of 10, and I'm not sure that it won't be 10 out of 10. I just can't name one.
Yeah.
Don't touch any movies
with
Kurt Russell.
Just don't do it.
I don't need it. That movie, for me, is so fun. And it was so visually appealing with the ghosts, or I'm going to say ghosts, but like, you know, the paranormal shit that's in there.
Yeah, dude.
The costume design of the I don't know, ghosts, monsters, villains, whatever you want to call them, the ancients.
Yes.
They were so visually appealing, and I remember it just standing out.
Yeah,
That it was a truly, like, I don't know what he was going for, and I'm sure it was absolutely intentional. Mm-hmm. But it's a gorgeous film.
So the way I look at it is like if Escape from New York is like action meets post-apocalyptic kind of sci-fi-ish stuff.
Yes.
Then Big Trouble in Little China is action plus like fantasy horror kind of stuff.
Fantasy horror.
Yeah.
Absolutely it is. Yep.
And I think, oh, dude, and all the way down to the, talk about visually appealing, like all the way down to the set designs. Like,
yeah.
Little China is beautiful in this movie. Or
it is.
Dingy and dirty and dark. Like, he's so good at setting a fucking tone in this film.
Absolutely. And again, like, you've got, you know, electricity coming out of Mr. Miyagi. You've got some body horror in there with the, like, the head with the eye. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and the dude that blows up.
The dude that blows up. Yeah.
You've also got a young Kim Cattrall.
Yes.
Which is always nice.
You can't go wrong. And then, how did I lose this? Well, damn it to hell. There was another character. Oh, James Hong. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I love James Hong.
Yeah.
He's a great voice actor. I mean, you've seen him, and I mean, he's that guy who you would know him from a dozen different things if you looked at him and Googled him.
Yes, dude.
Or, you know, he's Kung Fu Panda, the dad, Mr. Ping in that.
Wasn't he like the mentor dude that worked at the Chinese restaurant in Warriors of Virtue? I think he was like the main kid, like, hid out like at this Chinese restaurant above or below their apartment or something like that. And I think James Wong was the kind of mentor dude that worked there. Got this really long shot of him frying rice.
I'm not seeing him in here, but that doesn't mean he's not.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not seeing him in here, but again, that doesn't mean he's not.
Okay. So anyway.
Also, great movie.
Yeah. But yeah, man, Big Trouble in Little China is supreme jeans, you know?
Yeah. I actually kind of want to rewatch it tonight. It's such a fun, you know, it's just such a fun movie, you know? Yeah. Good old Jack Burton, man.
I've got to watch Raw tonight for my job.
The cannibal film?
No.
Gotcha. Sorry, it's a horror podcast. I thought you were talking about that one.
No, fair enough. But after that, if I stay up late tonight, I'll throw it on Big Trouble in Little China.
That may be a Friday edible movie for me. No. That would be a good one for that, I think.
I can tell you from experience, it's a great one for that.
Okay, cool. I was between that or maybe Labyrinth, and I also think that's a good choice.
Yeah. Okay, so my number 2?
Yes. Okay.
So here's 4 more things that make Big Trouble in Little China.
I love it. I was so trying to figure out this whole time, like, what the fuck is his 2?
Yeah.
I was like, because, I mean, I know there are others, knowing a handful, like, if I had to peg you, the other one that I thought you might have chosen was Christine.
Yeah, and that one teetered on my list.
But I was like, how the fuck didn't it make it? Like, how dare he not put it at least in the top 5? So, that made me feel better. Okay, thank you.
Hold on. Let me see if it can do it real quick. Because I just fucking love it. When Jack Burton's talking over the CB radio at the beginning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a great scene. I love that.
It's awesome, dude. And then at the end, what does he say? If somebody asks you if old Jack's paid his dues, you tell him the check's in the mail.
Dude. Yeah. Also, how great is it that we talked about both sides of Carpenter and his genre, and Kurt Russell's in both.
Yeah, dude. Kurt Russell nails it. So should we say our number one at the same time?
Yeah, man. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3.
The Thing.
Ghost of Mars. What? No. Yeah. Obviously, it's the fucking Thing. I mean, there's
Ghost of Mars, or Ice Cube plays Snake Plissken.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, of course it's the Thing. What else was it going to be? And if Brad was here, I'm just going to fucking speak on behalf of Brad. I don't know this, but I also know this. His number 2 was Big Trouble in Little China, and his number 1 was The Thing. He'll listen to this episode later, and he'll text me, and he'll go, "You were right, Hunter." And if he's not, then you're wrong, Brad.
Then, Brad, you were wrong.
Yeah, thank you.
Because The Thing is the best one.
My cousin and I had a conversation about this movie the other day where he was like, "Oh yeah, have you ever seen The Thing?" And I was like, "Bro, I got a whole fucking podcast about it." Yeah, man, it's great. I love The Thing. One
fucking funny that it was a cousin. Did ask my cousin to be a guest on this episode.
Oh, for real? Yeah.
Because he was the first one that sat me down and was like, no. I know you've probably seen The Thing, but here's why it's awesome. And we watched it again when I was like 20 or something like that. And I remember just being in this hotel room just blown away by this fucking movie.
Yeah. It's funny because... and I do this a lot with movies where I will, even sober, I will watch them and then watch it again and get a tonally different movie. And I think the first time that I watched it, I admired it for its comedy chops because it's got fucking Kurt Russell in it and it has comedy. And there is some intentional and non-intentional comedy. And then I recently rewatched it, and I'm going to be real with you. I don't think I've seen it and it terrified me this much. And I've seen it multiple times, but I think, so first of all, the dog scene gets me every time.
Yes. Yeah.
The scene with the husky is just, like we've talked about before, it's the 80s, you're watching it in 2000s, you don't expect them to do what they do to the dogs, and they do what they do to the dogs.
Yeah, dude.
But it is absolutely, I mean, it is an almost perfect film. It may be a perfect film. It is one of those movies that leaves you on where it leaves off makes you wonder, and I love that in movies. I love a movie, and I don't know that there are... there are a lot of endings that do that. I think another one that is a favorite of mine that comes nowhere close to it is Shutter Island.
Yeah,
where you leave yourself wondering at the end, does Frank know? Or is Frank just committing suicide? Or is he just getting the... Does he know when he wants to forget, or is he insane and he doesn't know?
Yeah.
There's Inception. There are tons that have ambiguous endings that you aren't quite sure how it ends. And I love movies like that.
Yeah.
But this one did it the best, in my opinion. Where
the implications that it leaves hanging, you know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
It's brutal. And I love the body horror in it. I love the suspense of it. I love, like, every actor in it is just nailing it and going for it.
Yeah.
It's truly just a super. It's just cool, man. It's just
It is.
movie.
Yeah. Frankly, I want to go, like, we're going to go back home this summer, and I want to watch it with my dad. I want to do some old horror movies with Dad, and The Thing is high up for me.
Yes. You should definitely do that, bro. I need to go home and do that one weekend.
Here's the other thing. I think it's, I've mentioned it at least half a dozen times already on this episode, but we've mentioned it multiple times on multiple episodes. And I think that kind of talks about what an interesting and good film this is that I think we mentioned it in the 80s. We obviously mentioned it in Body.
Yeah.
We mentioned it in Cosmic.
We did.
And I'm almost positive we mentioned it in another one.
May have been a Creature feature.
It was Creature feature.
Yeah.
It's just, it spans multiple genres in a way that not a lot of other films do successfully.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It stretches itself in multiple ways that you just, like I said, I could watch it and tonally get that kind of comedy. I could watch it. I think we probably brought it up on the comedy episode, although it is not a horror comedy. It would have been in the honorable mentions, but like it has, I could watch it and get comedy. I could watch it and get existential dread. Yes. I could watch it and get body horror and creep the fuck out.
Yeah.
I could watch it and just get a fucking popcorn flick if I wanted to. Yeah. It's just a good overall, well-rounded 80s film. It's so good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it just knocks everything out of the park. And talking about how it covers so many different genres at one time, like it's also like this situation he creates, even in the moments of the movie where there's a lull in action, are still terribly suspenseful.
Yeah,
because of the story that he's built.
Yeah. That's a really good point. The slow burn, that's not even how I would call it. It's his pacing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's intentional, incredibly intentional.
Yes. Where he'll just hit the brakes all of a sudden, but still.
And it does it, in my opinion, two or three times in this movie.
Yes, yeah.
Because you've got a lot of running around to try to figure the shit out after the dogs. Yeah. And then some action. And then there's a pause right up to the scene with the testing of the blood.
Yes, yeah. There's a lull there. Pretty much every time they have to reassess.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, and honestly, it ends on it.
Yeah, for sure, dude. For sure. Man, what a good fucking movie.
Absolutely. Yeah. It is. Yeah. I think the more, like, would you say that it's on your Mount Rushmore?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
I think so as well. I mean, there's a lot up there, and they are fucking entirely different movies. There's not a someone's going to be like, oh, you have ADHD. It's going to be like my Spotify Wrapped at the end of the year, where it's like, oh, you've got problems.
Yeah.
It's going to be very different in how my horror Mount Rushmore is, but it's up there. I think it's on there.
It's right up there.
And I think that should be definitely an episode we do, is where we've got our horror Mount Rushmores.
That's a great idea. I still want to do the bracket next year.
100%. Yeah, absolutely.
You got a dead homie?
Yeah, the last time I mentioned this one, the dead homie with the blood testing, where you know it's about to happen.
Yes.
And the dude still has that body horror moment where he just, go ahead, test your blood. And then, you see it coming from a mile away. I laugh every time at that movie or at that scene. Also, I do get a chuckle for the guy who goes missing for a minute outside.
Yes.
There's some scenes in that make me chuckle a little bit.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Also, absolutely humor. I love the scene where they think it might be him and he's got like the explosives.
Yes. That part is genius.
Yeah, you should know it's not him at that moment.
Fair enough.
At that moment, yeah.
Yeah. Mine is the dude that blows up in Big Trouble in Little China. That scene is one of the scenes in that movie that stuck with me from a young age.
Yeah. I actually forgot about it until like when you mentioned it earlier, but yeah, no, it's and I'm playing it in my head now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yes.
It's good shit.
I want to go back. Sorry, I know that we just did Dead Homies. I've got to go back real quick.
Go ahead.
I think I'm coming around on something, but I've talked about this multiple times where, like, when it came to Pearl, where I loved that we got X, and I was like, I don't fucking understand why this old woman's murdering all these people. And then you were like, that's the best part of this. And then we got Pearl and I loved it. And now I'm coming to that kind of like, I love not having the answers to things nowadays. There is an anxiety about that I like and lean into. And there's something great about that in The Thing is that to my knowledge, there's no real origin story. Like, of course, it's Antarctica. There's creepy shit that goes down in Antarctica. You could assume there's a lot of assumptions that you could fucking make about it.
Yeah. He lets you fill all that in, though.
Correct.
Yeah, he lets you fill all that in with your anxieties and your nerves.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Okay. Well, killer episode. Absolutely loved it. I believe the next one on file is going to be a review of The Thing, right?
Yes, sir.
So, if you want this and more, tune in next week, and we will have The Thing.
That's right. And if you like listening to the Slumber Party Massacre Luncheon, do us a favor, check out the other shows on the network. We're the Rebel Without a Clue Media Network. We have That Don't Work For Me, Brother, The Black Manifold Transmissions, Horny Little Book Club, The Revolution Will Be Broadcast, Bullshitting, The Open Heart Podcast, and coming soon, Mad Dogs, and coming soon to the network, Tripped Out and Crazy. Also get on Facebook. Follow The Midnight Mass with Reverend Rott, Brother Herman Innards. We've got a live show. When will this be out? Later. We've got a live show June 10th. We're going to be doing the film. We don't know if we're going to do Brain Damage or Tremors.
I mean, I'm going to go with Tremors, but like either are good.
Yeah. We don't know which one yet, but we're leaning heavy on Tremors. And I think that is it. If you want to catch the Black Manifold Transmission out in the wild, come by the Mutants of the Monster Festival, June 5th through 7th. We will be at the vendor market June 6th, hanging out, talking to people, giving out some free merch, that kind of stuff. I think that's it. Until next week, be sure to check over your shoulder for the boss and look under your bed for the monster. The luncheon is over.
Thanks for this, Michael.
Bye, Felicia.
Be one of us.
Sayonara, Felicia.